emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable.
This is a joke, by the way.
7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
All right. That is the sign of a man who has absolutely fuck all to do. Okay, let me turn this shit off. All right, so that literally came out of my speakers, all right? Try to get a little bit of angst in this shit. All right, let me just set up a couple of more things. Your phone is on vibrate, and I am going on to the YouTube page to make sure everything is all right. All right. Seems to me that everything should be Gucci. Hello, everybody. What is up? It is Stan the Man, and welcome to another live Stan the Man podcast. But in this case, it is now 9 p.m. 9 p.m. is the start of the mandatory curfew imposed by the Aruban government to make sure nobody goes out at night and to make sure we do not spread the virus any more than it has already spread. But, even though the government is doing a really good job in trying to contain this, we as, well, people are doing a really piss-poor job in trying to contain the fucking virus. Now, as you all may notice, okay, the podcast is now live, but without a webcam. I figured out what was wrong with my laptop, okay? Okay, it can handle going live. It just can't handle, it just can't handle streaming both my computer screen and a webcam at the same time. So, to make sure everything just goes well, I decided, fuck off with the webcam. We're just gonna do this shit live. Okay? Anywho, the format of the podcast, I'm gonna stutter a lot. One thing you need to know about these podcasts, they are not done in any professional way. I write a script. I do not revise that script in any way, shape, or form. I do not go through it, and sometimes I just make shit up as I go along. But the format usually just stays the same. We always start with some local news and then move on to some international news. But in local news, even with a mandatory curfew in place, the islands has seen a surge of patients who have tested positive for the COVID-19 virus. At the time of writing this podcast, which is today, the 26th of March, cases went from 8 to 12 to 28 confirmed cases here on the island. Now, I should stress the fact that the people who have tested positive so far are only showing minor symptoms and are currently doing okay. One had to be transported to the hospital because he or she had a really high fever, but other than that, they're only displaying minor symptoms. From everybody here, okay, what am I talking about? Everybody here. I'm doing this podcast alone. From everybody, okay, who is listening to this podcast, and from me included, I really hope these people can actually recover and return to normal life, okay? Now, most people are listening to the mandatory curfew, but local police are still detaining anywhere between 10 to 30 people every night. I really wonder if tonight is going to be any different or if it'll be better tonight. I really don't know, but we will talk about that later. Now, some people have even resorted to leaving nails on the street and even lit dumpster fires in the middle of highways in order to slow down the local police from doing their patrols. I legit hope those people die of Lou Gehrig's disease. Like, no even joke. Like, were you neglected as a child? Like, fucking hell, did you not get enough attention from your fucking mommy and daddy and now you have to fucking rebel? Fuck off. I really don't get it. But it's not always rainbows and sunshine. As of Sunday, the 29th of March, a shelter-in-place protocol will be initiated on the island. No one will be allowed outside or to leave their homes except for buying supplies, buying food, fueling up your car, going to a doctor's appointment, exercising, like walking your dog or even running, just make sure you maintain the distances between 1.5 to 2 meters away from everybody. And also, if you're working for essential departments, I'm talking medical personnel, law enforcement, military personnel, those types of people, okay? Now, for fuck's sakes, I am going to reiterate this. I am going to repeat this. A shelter-in-place protocol does not mean we are in lockdown. The shelter-in-place protocol is just making sure people are not out and about for unnecessary reasons, okay? So, as of Sunday, March 29th, the shelter-in-place protocol will be initiated, okay? No one is allowed to leave their homes except for the following fucking reasons. So bear with me, okay? Buying supplies, buying food, fueling up the car, doctor's appointment, for exercise like walking or fucking running, even swimming. You're even allowed to go swimming, people. Remember that. But just make sure you maintain a safe distance between everybody to make sure you do not spread the disease or make sure you don't get to make sure you don't get contaminated. I am going to take a sip of my coffee. Ah, delicious. Now, I hope I made that really, really clear because I love Aruba, I really do, but a lot of people here, they seem to either panic very quickly when it comes to these types of things. I'm just looking at the fucking chat right now. They seem to panic very quickly when it comes to these things, and I understand that. It is a very strange feeling having to stay at home, but not because you just want to, but because you have to. Knowing that if you step outside, you will be arrested. Okay, this counts for me as well. It counts for me as well. If I step outside right there and I do not have a good reason to be outside, I will get arrested and they will fine my ass. Okay? Moving on to some international news. Okay, now, some of it's really fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. This has not been... Between the last podcast, it hasn't really been a good couple of days for the world. I am going to be honest. For example, in Spain, if you remember, Spain is one of the countries in Europe that have been particularly hit hard by the COVID-19 outbreak, okay? Now, in Spain, soldiers have apparently found care homes for the elderly abandoned with some residents dead on their beds. My fucking God, can you imagine that? Can you fucking imagine that? Like, how sick in the fucking head do you have to be to just leave those people behind? I know, I always joke and bicker about the old and how they're fucking useless and pointless, but come on, they're still people. They had families. These were mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers, and you just left them to fucking die. Like, what the actual hell? Now, there is a major investigation in Spain in order to find out, what the fuck happened. Because, Christ, that's technically murder at this point. Am I right? Now, there is some good news from all this. There is some good news from Wuhan, of all places, where, Wuhan, where it all fucking started. The province of Hubei has begun to lift travel restrictions around the Hubei province, okay? So people are starting to get on buses, public transport, and stuff like that. But the capital, Wuhan, where the virus, where everybody thinks the virus originated, will remain in lockdown until April. But this is a huge fucking morale boost to the people there. Imagine being locked in your homes for months and finally hearing that there's a chance that normal life can actually return to you. That's actually some good news. Now we're going to move on to some bad news, because I'm an asshole. You guys know this already. The 2020 Tokyo Olympics have been delayed to 2021 as more and more people are getting infected. Yeah, that is a good... To be honest, why did they take so fucking long? Oh, my dogs are barking. Why did they take so fucking long to actually delay the Olympics? I really don't know. You're basically making a gigantic disease distribution center at that point. Just all those people just stuck together, cheering. All right, who the fuck is out there? Oh no, my dogs are barking at something. But we will continue. Okay. Now, India goes into a 21-day lockdown, okay? I don't really know much about Indian or Hindu culture. I do know that some people will be fasting, but for the next 21 days, India will not be alive. Chief Lexar Gaming, did you hear about the new Hanta virus? No, I did not hear about the new Hanta virus, Chief Lexar. But, oh shit, Lexar, it's you! Did not fucking recognize you for a bit. Alright, but we'll get to that later, Lexar. You'll explain that in the chat, okay? Now, news for, well, some of my friends in the Netherlands, okay? The Netherlands has been seeing a constant rise in cases, and also the death toll is beginning to pile up. And they are trying to measure the damage that will be done to the country. For those who do not know, there are a lot of Arubans living in the Netherlands because we are still a Dutch state. People will argue that, oh no, we're an autonomous... Yeah, we're still a Dutch state, whether you like it or not. But I got friends over there, and they're really concerned about this thing, because I don't know how many people... I think they have over like 400 or 500 cases. Not more than fucking 400. What the fuck am I talking about? So, you know, I want to know if they're alright or not. Now, ironically... Okay, I'm gonna do a little voice over here. A little someone that sounds like this, and talks like this, and costs billions and billions and billions, was always bragging about the U.S. health system. Well, the U.S. now has more cases than any other country in the fucking world. You literally had one job, and you fucked up. Oh, man. But anyway... That is all for local and international news. Now, I will repeat this. For those who are watching right now, okay, do not go outside. Please stay inside. I want to remind you that we are still underneath a mandatory curfew, and anybody caught outside will be fined 1,000 florins and up to 10,000 florins. So, for the sake of yourself and those around you, but more importantly, for the sake of your goddamn bank account, stay the fuck inside. Even 1,000 fucking florins is a lot of money to lose. Now, the stuff I really wanted to get into during this podcast, okay, curfews and dumbasses, okay? Now, despite the fact that a shit ton of people are being arrested and over 40,000 florins in fines they've already fined about 40,000 florins worth of people, okay? People are still breaking curfew, and it's only been getting worse, okay? Now, this section of the podcast, I remember this, it was during my night shift, and I was writing it at 1 a.m. and I was reading like live updates, because right now they've allowed press, a small group of press, to follow the cops around at night to actually document what happens at night, okay? Okay, that's a bit of a compromise, but my fucking god, some fucking scumbags lit dumpster fires in the highway. They threw rocks at the police. They put nails down. Like, what the fuck? Do you have anything good to do with your life? Like, fucking, were you abused as a child? Did mommy and daddy beat you senseless for no goddamn reason? Is that why you're doing this, good sir? Or madam, or whatever? Or do you feel lost in this world and you need to fucking rebel? No, fuck off. Baila basanga, Jesus Christ. Look, I get it. Not a lot of people like the police here in the island. Like, if I get pulled over and I get a ticket for a broken taillight, I'm gonna be pissed off. But at the end of the day, these guys, they are doing their jobs. And their main job is to make sure the island stays in order and to make sure we as the people stay safe. At the end of the day, that is their job to do. But keep in mind, if you get violent with them, they are allowed to be violent back. Okay? I've been trained in this type of stuff. If I'm arresting someone, if somebody is being arrested or being detained and they don't cooperate, they have all the jurisdiction in the world to kick your ass. So, don't go complaining about police brutality, because that's their fucking job, you big pussy. That's it. Alright? This is just a perfect example of how too much freedom could be a bad thing. Alright? I want to get into this. So, a lot of people here, they have a gripe between living... Okay, a lot of people have like the island lifestyle, or are used to the island lifestyle, or how's it called? The Caribbean mentality, okay, where you can basically do whatever you want without that many restrictions, but that's chaotic, okay? Whereas if you look at a country such as the Netherlands, yeah, you have to sacrifice certain freedoms, but things are better taken care of for you over there. while as here, it's basically the wild fucking west. People do whatever the fuck they want. It's chaotic. Okay? To the government, you need to start realizing that, hey, too much freedom can be a goddamn bad thing, and it can lead to chaos. Remember that. Okay? I love Aruba, I really do, but we as Arubans have been abusing that freedom for a lot of fucking times, okay? A firm hand is needed to remind the public to remain obedient. Now, if I go saying that in fucking parliament, people are immediately gonna start thinking that I'm a fucking dictator, but it's true. Democracy or not, a free world or not, the people need a firm hand in order to remain obedient. That's the only thing I have to say about that. Now, for those, we have 4 viewers right now, okay? So there are 4 people watching this live, okay? For those who are watching, feel free to share a link to this podcast to anybody out there. I'm pretty sure they are bored in their homes with nothing to do, and I hope my voice can soothe them. But first, before I continue soothing y'all with my prepubescent tones, I'm gonna take another sip of my coffee. As long as we have coffee, we have hope. But if coffee fucking runs out, it's the end of the fucking world right there. But this is a segue to the next topic, okay? The internet usage during this outbreak, okay? I mean, with more and more people staying indoors and running out of productive things to do, okay, most turn to the internet for entertainment and also to stay aware of the goings-ons outside. Look at Facebook, for example. Facebook has been seeing a sharp rise in usage over the last few weeks, especially from like hard-hit countries such as Italy and Spain. Okay, with more exposure to the internet, I really wonder though, what will protect people from useless data that lives there? Like you gotta remember, the internet. In our fingertips, we have access to basically nearly all the fucking knowledge in the world, but not all of it is useful, and not all of it is even true. But a lot of people do not have the ability to take things with a grain of salt. How many people will be influenced by lies and fake news? Especially here, where people seem to believe everything they see on the fucking web. I mean, just today, there was a voice note going around. There was a fucking voice note going around that there were 40 people infected here in the island. And the government literally had to release an official statement saying that, A, it's not fucking true. But, my fucking God, a lot of people ended up believing it. I don't know. And to be honest, it's really putting a stress on a lot of people because they see the fake news and then they look at the fucking press conferences and realize that, okay, cool, it's fake, but they start to develop a distrust for the majority of the news that they see online. For example, 24 Hora said the island is in lockdown. Fuck off. Really? Nah, but it's really weird how, like, the balance between like fucking fake news and the real news. A lot of people just don't seem to be able to distinguish between the two. But it's got me thinking, like, how does this affect one's mental health? Okay, now I consider myself an introvert. I'm not one to go out and party every goddamn weekend or go to a lot of social gatherings. In fact, I try to fucking avoid social gatherings and the social gatherings in general. I'm not exactly the most social fucking butterfly out there. Speak! Eric is up, dude. Shout out to the shitpost crew. Nah, but I really don't get it. Now, I avoid a lot of social interactions altogether. I'm not the type I get really tired out when I'm around people. Like, even if it's people I care about, okay, I recharge by being on my own. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, when you're at a party, eventually there's like a certain moment where you realize that, hey, wait a minute, I really don't want to be here anymore. I want to leave. And when you're alone, you just get like this huge sense of relief, like, finally, I can take off my pants. But I have that, okay? But what about other people? Not everybody is wired to be alone. There are people out there who genuinely need social stimuli to function properly, okay? Now, it gets me thinking, like, how does this isolation thing, how will this affect people mentally? It's a genuine question. Like, somebody committed suicide on the island a couple of days ago, and they haven't released any information as to why he did it. He or she did it. I don't know if it was if it was a man or a woman. Did you just assume their gender? Yes, I fucking did. Anyway, I do not know if they were a man or a woman, but somebody committed suicide here in the island a couple of weeks ago, and I genuinely do not know why. A lot of people believe that it was stress due to the coronavirus situation here in the island. And okay, we're gonna jump over to Italy real quick. In Italy, a nurse committed suicide after being diagnosed with COVID-19. Okay, she committed suicide because she was so afraid of infecting more people. Like, this raised the question, in an era where more and more people are connected, more connected than ever. How will this pandemic affect us mentally? All right. Now, this is where this is where I come in, okay? It's no surprise to a lot of people that I am a member of the military, but that does not mean I know everything. Now, people look to us. I'm sure I'm not the only one going through this, but people look to us for answers, and it crushes me knowing that I'm just in the dark as they are about these things, okay? But I can't show that, right? I have people who depend on me. There are people who depend on us for answers. They look to us for morality. They look to us to have some calm voice to tell them that, hey, everything is gonna be okay. While in reality, folks, I don't know if everything is gonna be okay or not. I'm just in the dark as everybody else. And does it bother me? Yeah, a little. But at the end of the day, I try to keep a level head. Okay? It's really important to keep a level head in these types of situations. All right, what do I mean by this? Stay calm. All right, the world's been through worse, and it's bounced back every damn time. Even the Spanish fucking flu that killed nearly a third of the world's population back in the day. Okay, the planet even managed to bounce back from that. Okay, imagine today with more modern technology. Back in the day, they put lead in fucking everything, but today we know better. Okay? So as long as we stay safe, adhere to the words of experts or the people who are on the front lines of this thing, I'm sure we can make it through. I know we can make it through. But stay calm, stay indoors, stay safe, you fucking dipshits. Well, that got fucking dark. Now, another thing that a lot of people seem to be, what's the word? Worried about. Yeah, another thing that a lot of people seem to be worried about are the economic repercussions. They ask me about that. Like, honestly, I haven't got a fucking clue. If you're looking for like economic solution to these types of things, you are looking at the wrong person here. I know nothing of economics, okay? I was alive during the 2008 financial crash, but to be honest, I was too young to really understand the struggles that the world was going through at the moment. What I do know, okay, this is just from logical thinking. Fear will always cause the market to go down, because fear usually gives people an excuse to put something off. In this case, making trade deals or buying a house or investing in the stock market. But when that happens on a massive fucking scale, we are talking a planetary scale at this point. It can have some consequences for the local and international markets. With some, what kind of consequences? I don't fucking know. All right. I don't know. For those who are economics who listen to this shit, okay, you guys might delve into that. I don't know. But with so many gyms, restaurants, and shops closing, I can imagine that a lot of money is being funneled into like supermarkets or stores and stuff like that. Okay, because so many people are buying supplies now or just making sure they have everything they need. Okay, so a lot of money is just being shoved into the fucking grocery industry at this point. And also, with so many shops closed, the business of ordering stuff online must be fucking booming. Now, I'm not an expert, and I did not research this fact, but I can already assume that, oh no, the electronics store is closed. I'll just hop onto Amazon and buy me this shit. Oh man, does anybody know where I can find a fucking iPad case? I've been looking for a case for my iPad Pro for weeks, legit weeks, and I still cannot find one. I legitimately cannot fucking find a decent one, and it's getting really fucking annoying. Anyway, oh man, coffee makes me gassy, but it's so fucking worth it. now, I really wonder like what kind of repercussions will that have? Okay, especially like for small nations such as Aruba, where we are, not many people order things online, and I really wonder what this will mean for us in the future. Am I worried? Yeah, but is it gonna be that bad? Nah, I don't know. We'll probably bounce back within a couple of years, maybe even less, maybe even a couple of months. Okay? Nah, but people are blowing it way out of proportion. A lot of people are screaming, "Oh no, we're gonna be just like Venezuela!" Oh my, okay, no. They have a different culture, a different political system. Okay, believe me or not, we are still better off than a lot of places in the Caribbean in general. More and more people. The same thing happened after the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Tourism dropped for a little bit, but it picked back up. Eventually, people will forget about this calamity and they will move on to the next, okay? Even the algorithms are beginning to show it, okay? In January, only 6% of the news was about the coronavirus. Now, nearly 70% of the news is about coronavirus because that has everybody's attention at the moment. But when a vaccine comes out and a majority of the cases begin to drop, I'm pretty sure the media will shift its focus onto other issues such as terrorism, the economy, or in this case, how the economy will start to bounce back after this pandemic. How will it bounce back? I don't know. Will it bounce back quickly? Will it bounce back slowly? Or will it just remain in fucking limbo for a good couple of years? I don't know, folks. I'm not a freaking economist, okay? Drugs are bad, okay? But people are fucking... people are fucking blowing this thing way out of proportion, okay? Okay, I'm gonna move on to another topic here. Ruben's in the love of fake news. It's already annoying enough that we have celebrities who pretend to have fucking influence singing, "We are the world! We are the children!" Newsflash! They did that 2 times in the past, and guess what? Africa still isn't exactly a great place to be. Haiti still ain't exactly paradise. Like, I doubt singing this song is gonna make the world a better fucking place, okay? Get out of your fucking mansions and do something about it. Or just stay inside your mansions, don't infect anybody else, and shut the fuck up. That's it. Alright? I don't give a fuck what movie you start in, okay? You are just a toy in the public game. You have literally no influence on the situation whatsoever. Just stay the fuck inside and shut the fuck up. That's it. Oh, man. But another thing, okay, there's nothing wrong with spreading positivity, but false positivity is fucking dangerous. Okay, we gotta stay realistic here, folks. Yeah, celebrities are delusional, man. Not only they're not delusional, okay? They think they can actually, because they have a wide influence on people, a lot of people worship these guys like gods. Well, at the end of the day, they're just like everybody else. They're just like you. They're just like me. They're just like that fucking crackhead you try to avoid at the gas station, okay? They want to be heard, and they think they have influence on people, while in reality, they fucking don't. Oh, man. But yeah, it's like I said, it's not bad to be spreading false. Hang on, I'm going to take another sip of my coffee. Ah, delicioso. I drink my coffee black, by the way, like my soul. Nah, but I really don't get it. Now, on the other side of the fucking spectrum, we have people who are fucking spreading false panic by sharing fake news and stuff like that. Remember that fucking voice note I told you about? That fucking voice note? Oh, man. Okay, so there was a voice note moving around. I'm gonna just put this down over there. Oh god, I'm coughing. That's not good. Now, there's this voice note going around that there are over 40 cases here on Aruba, and I heard that not only in my workers group chat, in friends group chat, like fucking hell. Like, do these people have nothing to do? Do they not realize that they are spreading unnecessary panic and unnecessary fear amongst the regular populace? Like, why? Why would you fucking do that? Do you have nothing better to do? I really don't get it. Like, I believe, since this is just my theory, by the way, it's not factual, this is just my fucking theory. Aruba is a very small island, and I'm pretty sure 90% of the planet doesn't even know we exist. Most of us will die and immediately be forgotten. But people try to, I don't know, make sure they're remembered in some way, shape, or form by either blowing the situation way out of fucking proportion or just coming up with fucking lies. Like, my god, this is how it usually starts. Okay, you'll hear like a voice note. Ata mi conoce mi primo. Ata ma conoce mi primo. I freaking, my cousin who knows this gardener who works for this guy who knows who this guy who knows this woman who knows this guy who fucks this guy's sister who saw a donkey and that donkey belonged to someone else. That's usually how it fucking starts. Like, my fucking god. And you want to know the stupid thing? People still believe it. They still believe it, okay? They don't try to fucking fact check. They don't fucking try to confirm the news source. They immediately go, oh no! No! Oh no, it's the end of the world! My fucking god. Fucking hell, a bunch of fucking zombies, the lot of you. Not you. The 6 people who are watching this. You are awesome. Stay that way. The 7 people who are watching this. Stay awesome, guys. Ah! We're back down to 6. I just drank coffee. Nah, but man. Remember, I still don't really get it. A lot of people seem to be freaking out about like this whole shelter in place protocol. And why the fuck did they have to call it shelter in place? Could they have not couldn't they have figured out a different name for this shit? Like, could they have not figured out a different name? Shelter in place sounds a bit too, I don't know, abrasive. Like, oh man, I would have just called it the stay at home protocol. That's it. Because like I said in the beginning, you are allowed to move around outside, okay? You're allowed to exercise. You're even allowed to exercise, folks. It's not that bad. If you're even allowed to freaking go outside, exercise, walk your dog, go to the doctor, get some freaking food, okay? It's not a lockdown. A lockdown means you are not allowed to leave your house. Period. All right? This just means that, yo, you're just not allowed to leave under certain circumstances, okay? I am going to pause the podcast real quick because somebody needs to go to the bathroom. But for now, I will be back in a bit. Let me just get this ticker up. Guess who's back? Back again. All right, sorry. Given the current situation of my bladder, I had to go take a tinkle real quick. No, I had to go to the bathroom real quick. All right. So, in this section of the podcast or whatever, I want to... Okay, we got 4 viewers right now, okay? For the audio stream bitrate is currently what? All right, nah. Yeah, there we go. It's currently... We recommend... And what the fuck, YouTube? All right. Anywho, we're back. Nah, I had like a little bit of a hiccup with YouTube, okay? Now, for those who are watching right now, I don't know if you guys are really watching or you're just, I don't know, having this as like background noise. I want you guys to ask a question in chat, or if you have any requests, please let me know, because I'm not going to be live for much longer. Afterwards, I don't know, just ask about something and I will talk about it. But in the meantime, I will be scrolling through fucking Facebook and making sure I knew what the fuck is going on out there, because we are currently in curfew and I truly wonder if someone actually got arrested. Let's see. There's all... Oh my god. There are already people being arrested. Are you fucking serious? People, we've been in curfew for 36 minutes. How? Oh my god. Okay, apparently. Okay, all right, for those who don't know much about Aruba, okay, there's this place called Hanchi. There's this place called fucking Hanchi in San Nicolas, all right? And it's a place full of like prostitutes where, you know, guys who are fucking tired with their marriage, or I don't know, just, or fucking simps, they go over there, pay, they get fucked. Yeah, you know, it's a place where you find hookers. All right? And they're they're doing a story on how the women there are so fucking mad they can't they can't work for them. Oh god, this is just too much, man. All right, so the Hanta virus. Hang on, I'm gonna look this up real quick. What is the Hanta fucking virus? All right, Hanta virus. Orthohantavirus is a genus of single-strain enveloped negative sense RNA viruses in the family of Hantaviridae of the other Bunya. Fuck it. Members of this genus may be called orthohanatavirus or simply hanatavirus. They normally cause infection in rodents but do not cause diseases in them. All right, I don't get it. All right, so what about the Hanata virus? Or is it Hanta? I keep thinking about Hinata. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Oh man, Hinata was like back in my Naruto days, Hinata was fucking waifu material. Jesus. Oh, Jeebus. I wonder how many of you are actually like, watching hentai. Yep. US overtakes China with most fucking cases. Boy. I wonder how fucking Trump's doing with that shit. I really fucking wonder. And people are still gonna fucking vote for him after this, even though he was wrong in so many goddamn ways. You still have some like trash talking, meth smoking, sister fucking cousin loving fucking crack pipe RV living trailer trash freaking rednecks. I'm pretty sure they're still gonna fucking vote for them. I'm running out of derogatory terms to them. But yeah, the guys who usually drive big ass trucks for no damn reason, barely finished high school and have like jaggedy ass teeth. The ones that are freaking, the ones that you usually see on Fox News, and they look like fucking Doug Dimmadome, owner of the freaking Dimsdale Dimmadome. I'm Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Doug Dimmadome, Dimmadome, Doug Dimmadome. Oh fuck me, dude. All right, the U.S. now has. I'm reading this from the BBC, by the way. For those who are wondering where I actually get a lot of my news from. Oh yeah, I should actually talk about that. Okay, I different variety of like newspapers. The Caribische Netwerk, which is a Dutch newspaper that basically runs news throughout the Caribbean. The Telegraaf, which is also a Dutch newspaper. NOS, always good to read from the NOS, which is also a Dutch news service, but they also cover news from the island and stuff like that. When it comes to local newspapers, I read the Amigo. A lot of people don't like the Amigo because, well, it's in Dutch. I got no fucking problem with it, but oh god, the reason why I love Amigo is that they are straight to the point. They give the news and nothing else. The other news, the other newspapers, they just give their fucking useless opinions and nobody gives a shit about. I'm talking Solo del Pueblo, Diario, Awemeinta, those. All right. But when it comes to like world news and stuff like that, I use the BBC. Not, if you guys watch a lot of fucking porn, you know what BBC is, but we're talking about the British Broadcasting Company, okay? To me, they are one of the most trusted news sites out there. They don't blow it out of proportion, and they just give the news, not the opinions. A lot of people ask me, why don't you read the New York Times? Why don't you read Fox? Okay? Because Fox, they're always in a freaking they're always in some politicians' fucking pockets. The grim milestone came as Donald Trump predicted the U.S. would get back to work pretty fucking quickly. Dude, if this guy wins the next fucking election, please, throw the whole ass country out. Canada, shut your fucking borders. Mexico, don't let them even go to Cancun. Just fucking leave the U.S. alone. Oh my god. It's funny how they just went, like, over the last, like, I don't know, 6 decades, or ever since, like, the Second World War, the U.S. basically went from a symbol of freedom to the international symbol of stupidity. Oh my fucking god. Cry. Oh boy, man. Just wow. You know what? I'm just gonna not read that because this is just fucking sad to watch, man. Like, imagine being like so fucking confident the whole fucking time, and then all of a sudden all the things you said that would not fucking happen suddenly fucking happened. Jesus. Oh wow, South Africa has gone into complete fucking lockdown. No alcohol, no dog walks, lockdown life in South Africa. Okay, now that is for another time. I'm just going to add that to my notes. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't seem that we have much more to talk about, and my throat's actually getting really dry. How long have we been streaming this for? Oh, damn. We've been streaming for... Whoa. Oh, wow. We've been... Okay, so we've been live for 1 hour, but I'm pretty sure the recording started 44 minutes ago. Yeah, the recording started at 44 minutes ago. Anyway, if any of you in the chat have any questions, this is your time to fucking ask them, because I will be leaving soon. I think I'm gonna like run this live stream for, I don't know, maybe about 5 or 6 minutes, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm out of shit to talk about. Like, I wrote down a script, but usually there aren't that many people like watching the podcast. So if y'all have anything to talk about, the 7 concurrent fucking viewers, shoot. In the meantime, oh no, people are fucking dying about this shit now. They're already, oh man, the fucking shit posts, the memes that are coming out of the whole coronavirus thing, they're fucking awesome. I'm not gonna fucking lie, they are fucking awesome. Oh no, wait, nah. Oh wait, no, I actually have to end the fucking stream. All right, everybody. It would seem that our time together has ended. Now, pay attention to the government. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but please pay attention to the government. Stay inside, stay inside, stay clean, wash your hands, and more importantly, stay safe. Like I mentioned before, okay, we are living in really uncertain times. Okay, I'm addressing anybody who's watching this because there are 6 people here, but fuck it. More people will watch this later. But I am addressing the 6 people who are watching this right now. Don't give in to fear or paranoia. The world's been through a lot fucking worse at this, okay? Shits like this has been happening for fucking millennia. Okay, for billions and billions of fucking years. Life always seemed to fucking bounce back. Will it bounce back with us or not? I don't fucking know. But humanity's been through worse. Nothing we haven't faced before. I'm sure we can bounce back from this. Will it take time? Yes. But just take solace in the fact that, A, it will get better. In the meantime, stay inside, stay safe. I'm Stan the Man, and I'm signing off. Good night, everybody.